Happy New Year, Cancer the Crab, Cancer Rising, Sun Insights and Predictions. Are you ready for Jupiter year? You're gonna look good. Phew. Hey, what's up, good people? Happy New Year. This is my Cancer the Crab Insights and Predictions video for 2025. Well, let's talk about your Cancer. You know, we got 3 Mercury retrogrades this year. The year starting off with Mars retrograde in your second house of speech. Mira, watch your boca. You know, it's going to also be on your ascendant for the first part of the year until April. So, you know, we start off with the Pluto-Mars opposition in the second house. Then Mars goes back into your house. I think it's January 3rd until April. So, you know, there can be a lot of anger, aggression in the early part of the year, intense emotions for you Cancer risings. You could feel extremely protective of yourself, your physical body, your outer mass, but also your property, home, land, a brother, a boyfriend, even your family, right? Mars is like giving, you know, my analogy, Mars and Cancer, it's giving a mother in the kitchen a machete or a machine gun, and she just needs a good knife for the vegetables and the meat, right? So it's intense. You know, Jupiter's in Gemini, really until June in your 12th house, so that can still continue to be good for learning things in the bedroom, working on the subconscious mind, feeling blessed, opportunistic, even, you know, a lot of wisdom and knowledge and connections with not just your dreams and learning about your dreams, but even foreign travel, import, exports, international business. And the good thing is after Mars leaves your ascendant in April and you calm down and you apologize for cursing a few folks out, Jupiter's there for you. And Jupiter on your ascendant Cancer, it's exalted there. So it's not always extreme wealth though, Jupiter and Cancer. It's more about the divine knowledge and a lot of favor. On the first house, it's changing your hair. Maybe could expand your weight, so watch the sweets. Remember, as a water ascendant, you already can retain water, so Jupiter could expand that. But Jupiter could have you with a new look, a new hairstyle, a new philosophy in life, a new workout program, a new dedication to I'm only eating fruits and vegetables, whatever it is, right? So Jupiter and Cancer, it can bring you a lot of divine wisdom and knowledge this year. And it's not for 2025 only. It's starting like from June to June, right? So that's nice. You get a full year of Jupiter on your ascendant Cancers. That's what the young kids say, that's your glow up, right? You're going to be shine bright like you're going to shine brighter than diamonds, right? One thing that you got to consider is obviously a lot of stuff with your 9th and 10th house. Saturn, Neptune, and Pisces, it's going to take a dip. The toe will dip into Aries around May, June, and then, you know, retrograde back October, you know, November, so stuff like that. So you're going to get a sneak preview of what? Saturn and Neptune in your 10th house of your career, public image, workplace, legacy, father, your reputation. Saturn in Aries, mira, slow down. It does not like being there. You can't be as assertive, aggressive, initiating, and impulsive. It's going to make you, right? Like think about it, Tuesday to day of Mars, it's going to make you think before you react, which can be good for you, right? I mean, but you know, Cancer risings, whatever your sun is, having that Aries in the 10th house, that's your fuel to go out and be the pioneer maverick out in public. Now remember, the career is the midheaven. That could be 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, usually 9, 10, 11. But always the 10th house will be the public image, the legacy, the workplace and work environment. So having Saturn there, it could bring in some restrictions at work. Some new disciplines, new structures, new ways to implement your job. You know, you could feel some stress and anxiety at work, quite literally, migraine headaches at the job. And the Neptune there can make you feel, you know, that you're having issues discerning things at work. but it can also make you dream the new job, right? It can make you remember, and the North Node is there until January 11th in your 10th house. Cancer risings, you deserve that Christmas bonus. And if you need to, speak up before January 11th and get that raise. Say, look, I worked hard this year. I didn't really get anything for Christmas. I want to start off the new year with a promotion. You let them know. You go in there Monday, January 6th and let them know. And you've got the support of the North Node there, the January 11th. So go for it. Go get the bag, right? The swag in the bag, and you're lifting off in the jag. That's important. So the Mercury retrogrades we're dealing with, I think it's like March to April, then July to early August, and then November 9th to the 29th. So we've got this Aries Pisces dance, and we have with the Venus retrograde from March 1st, I think to April 11th, we're going to have in early March, we're going to see and experience, or maybe it's late March, but you're going to have the lineup of Pisces North Node, Neptune, Venus, and Mercury. So there's going to be a lot going on in your house of beliefs, your wisdom, going back to school potentially, but at the same time, this is where you can really have this emphasis on becoming a mentor, giving back, teaching, going on trips further than 50 miles further from home, taking new classes. You're like, oh, I want to do one-on-one astrology classes with BigEAstro, or I want to take his Astro Life Transformational Program. You can sign up before 2025, and it's till December 31st, still $1,750 before it goes back to $2,000. It's a 5-month program. It's if you're serious and ready to transform cancers, this is for you. But you could write a book this year. The North Node, this is where you can literally change your beliefs and philosophies, become more spiritual, but you got to increase your spiritual practice. No days off, Cancer risings. 7 days a week, 15 to 30 minutes a day, grounding, earthing, meditation, sound bowls, toning, guided meditations on YouTube, whatever it is, just mindfulness, stillness, yoga, hiking, walking, connecting to trees and nature. You want to do something that's building up your spiritual man. And the North Node, Pisces, Virgo, South Node, that's the health axis. So you're dealing with the 9th and the 3rd house. The South Node in your 3rd house, well, listen, you could find that you may be a separation with your siblings, cousins, stuff like that. Or you may want to take like a little break over social media, or just become more intuitive about communicating about acts of kindness, service, health, right? The South Node cuts, separates, divides, but it wants things to be very spiritually guided. So that can be over social media with your sales, marketing, writing, communications. You're going to really want to get into like sound baths, yoga, acupuncture, sound therapy, infrared saunas, not chiropractic, when you go in the freezing cold, stuff like that. So this could be a lot of that coming up. Then obviously you're going to have a little retrograde over the summer, Leo to Cancer. And then for you guys, your 6th, 5th house, Sag, Scorpio in November, okay, with these retrogrades. But that Venus retrograde is going to be pretty big from your 10th to your 9th. So this can really, maybe people come up from your past, somebody you met at work or after work, but remember during Venus retrogrades, Mercury retrogrades, we don't sign anything new. We don't start new relationships, new hairstyles, stuff like that, okay? But the reality is you're starting off the year, and we're going to get to the chart in a minute, with the moon conjunct Pluto in your 8th house. And Pluto's there for the next 20 years, Cancer risings. This is the time for you to really master your birth chart, and I can help you with that. But get into the metaphysics, get into the crystals and gems, the herbs, right? Plant medicine. Maybe you want to microdose, do ayahuasca. I don't encourage these things, but there can be benefits. But this is where you're going to want to get into ancient oils like doTERRA. You may want to study numerology, tarot, soul contract readings, become a doula, a deaf doula, a midwife, or an astrologer, numerologist. So There's going to be a lot of, and this can transform your marriage. Remember, the Aquarius sun, moon risings are attracted to your Cancer risings, the sign in eighth house. So let's get to the chart. We'll break some more stuff down, but Jupiter, and when we get to the chart, we'll talk about the 7-7 portal with Uranus coming in your 12th house. Eric Taylor, BigEAstro, Cancer Crab 2025. Are you ready? All right, Cancer. Happy New Year. So yeah, looking at your ascendant on January 1st, you see over here in the 8th house what I was talking about, this Aquarius moon. So emotionally, you're feeling the freedom and liberation. You're feeling the transformation. This may be a year where you actually need to do a parasite cleanse. Most indigenous cultures do it anywhere from 1 to 4 times a year, sometimes once per season or once or twice a year. Most Americans have never done one. Well, this is the year, and that's what Pluto is. It's toxins, and Aquarius, the fixed signs, right? The purification, spiritual awakening. So this moon conjunct Pluto, you're going to feel emotionally charged, freedom, liberation. You're going to be like, I'm all into aliens, UFOs, astrology. These drones ain't scaring me. These orbs, you know what I mean? It's a lot. But I want you to have spiritual discernment, because there can be a false flag with, a bunch of alien ships in the sky, Project Bloombeam. There's something going on. Either they're looking for radiation. They said there was something missing or stolen out of New Jersey, alien, something. But, remember, faith over fear. You're going to be all right, Cancers. But definitely, we're still going to have the Chiron moon up here. We got to work on that. And this Uranus leaving Taurus. Now, remember, it goes into Gemini for a preview on the 7-7 portal. It does retrograde from, the retrograde is from, I think, September to February. So between, I think, around January something, it's going to go back into Taurus. So, but you're going to have Uranus in Gemini starting April 2026. So this little preview will help you get prepared. You may need to start to sleep with crystals on your chest, under the pillow. Look for your sun, moon, rising, and then Gemini crystals, 12th house, Google those. Also, the Uranus is going to put your dreams on a whole nother level. You are going to become a master. This is where you want to work with me and do the dream book, and I got my dream code for you. 2025, it's not going to be easy sleeping. So you're going to have to do a sensory diet. You're going to have to cut off all the technology, maybe unplug the Wi-Fi in the home, to properly sleep. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, so this can make you more stressed and anxious and more sensitive to any technologies. So at least 30 minutes before you go to bed, turn off the phone, the television, airplane mode, and the private lock or whatever. Do that all. You got to keep your sleep game going. But your downloads, like speak to your higher self, your spirit guide, your guardian angels. You can get a lot of messages to help you for business, your personal life, relationships, anything. When you go to bed, your physical avatar body gets tired. Your soul's not tired. All right, and especially now with Gemini in the 12th house. And you like to talk in the bedroom and research and da 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 da. I know about you, Cancer risings. So, but it can be positive, you know what I mean? But just know the dreams are going to be intense starting this summer of 2025, July 7th. We talked about the Virgo South Node, the Libra South Node in your 4th house. That's going to be leaving. And, hopefully you've been taking advantage of this Aries North Node, Libra South Node, and really healing and making sure that you're having spiritual bliss, harmony, peace, fairness in your home. The 4th house is also your emotional mind, your roots, your ancestors. So maybe people have been coming up from your past or dreaming about mom or grandma, abuela, right? The South Node here. Lilith is going to bounce back and forth for a bit between Libra and Scorpio at the start of the year. And we got Juno. So with Juno here for a few months, Cancer risings, maybe there could be a new boyfriend, girlfriend, new relationship. Maybe you're married to spending more time with your kids or your creative projects, your creative endeavors. starting your own business, Etsy, Shopify, eBay. Okay. This is, that can be helpful. We're starting off with Mercury. The shadow period seems like it's been longer than ever, right? Mercury retrograde, people still been complaining with issues. But, going into your sixth, leaving your sixth, going into your seventh later in January, you could definitely be really focused start of the year, like, okay, I got to communicate about work and be, Sag can be blunt. So that's where you got to be like, yeah, I need this raise. January 6th, you come right in. All right. Obviously, listen, you're feeling better with Pluto leaving your seventh house. That was a long transit. Congratulations, Cancer Risings. You survived that. Hopefully your relationships and marriages have survived. And with the sun starting off here, you're gonna really be thinking about the marketplace. You're gonna be thinking about, what are you building? Relationships, business partnerships. What are you building? That's the whole thing about Capricorn the goat. Status, completing the mission, assignments, hard work, organizing, being structured. You want to focus on that, This is a good year. And I think this year there could be a lot of mentoring, writing, publishing. A lot of emphasis on the health axis, third and ninth house. So you really want to be, maniacal, intentional about the physical and spiritual health, your nutrition, your gut. Okay. And when, Saturn and Neptune get to Aries in your 10th house, just use it to your advantage by honoring the Saturn, meaning think before reacting, less impulsivity, slowing down, and really, Aries wants to do everything quick. Like, take the long game. Saturn's going to make you focus and concentrate for longer periods of time. That's to your advantage. You actually may find that this makes you get more things done, being more organized, structured, and disciplined. And with the Neptune in Aries, it's like a spiritual new beginning. Okay? Now, Neptune Aries, that transit, that could be bringing some civil war or whatever, who knows? But it is a spiritual new beginning. So what spiritual practices are you willing to be tapping into this year, Cancer Risings? That's going to be important and really, really helpful. So I'm excited for you. You're starting off the year. We're still dealing with this Jupiter-Saturn square a little bit. There are some, I don't know, I don't want to say restrictions, but there is some emphasis on, delaying what you've been integrating, what you've been getting in the spiritual realm. And maybe you have doubts about it. Don't. Remember, the 12th house is your hidden gifts. Yes, hidden enemies, Gemini, Sun, Moon rising for you, but it's your hidden talents. And the Jupiter there wants you to expand your knowledge and communications in the astral realm. When you go to bed, you set the intention that I want my soul to travel out of my heart, third eye, and crown chakra, and I want to awaken, restored, and renewed with all the information and knowledge that I need for the day. Okay? I got you covered. Hit me up, Cancer Risings, and I love you. Happy New Year, Cancer the Crab. It's a dope ascendant. And, you may feel a change in your friends groups with Uranus leaving. But when it retrogrades back in, there can be a sudden change. This does affect your wealth, and things like that. Remember the 11th house? Houses 3, 6, 10, and 11 get better over time. And 11th house is hopes, dreams, and wishes, the extreme wealth, the gold. The second house we look at for health. So maybe, you stop having issues with friends groups when Uranus leaves. But this is also that opportunity when it retrogrades back and when it leaves to, be more creative over the internet and be practical and pragmatic and grounded and tap in and value and improve your self-worth through what you watch or coming to Astrological Coffee Talk. January, we got the 10th, I think it's Ellen DeGeneres, and the 18th, Kendrick Lamar and Cat Williams. You don't want to miss it. All right, so reach out. Have a great New Year, Cancer the Crab. Your sun risings, sun and rising, and a little bit of the moon, but you mainly want to look at the rising sign, then the sun. But Happy New Year, Cancer the Crab, and I wish you all the best. You are going to really experience a lot of changes in a multitude of ways. Have a wonderful 2025. Insights and predictions for Cancer, Rising, and Sun. Biggie Astrology. That's it, Cancer. I'm your personal lifeguard from La Jolla. I miss La Jolla. That was a lot of fun vacation. You're going to be doing some trips. You got to get to the ocean and to the beach this year. And, Cancer, I want you to really walk into being optimistic. It can feel a little challenging with the Mars and the Ascendant for a bit to April. But once you get to May, June, and Jupiter's there for a year, wow, you're gonna feel so blessed, and you're gonna want to share your wisdom and knowledge, and you guys got a lot of it. Don't doubt yourself. That deep inner knowing that you have, share that, teach that. You're going to be very supportive, nurturing, and caring, and Jupiter will kind of come in there to clean up the Mars mess, messy Mars made in Cancer. It's not going to destroy you. Just make sure, use it for fuel for exercising. January to, remember the New Year's resolution, the equinox, March 20th. We're not setting resolutions on January 1st. They don't come to fruition. It's a fake New Year, okay? So you got this. It's going to be a great year. Get your crystals. And really, seriously, I'm not joking. Reach out. I can definitely help you, but you want to get some crystals for the bedroom when Uranus gets there. At 7-7 portal, you need a lot of energetic protections, okay? Google the crystals for Gemini. Also, obsidian, moldavite, amethyst, different ones can help you, but definitely look particularly what's good because the 12th house is the bedroom. So you got Gemini there. Get a Gemini crystal. Duh! All right, Cancers. This was fun. You got this. You're going to have a good year. And the Mars, it may make there could be some financial losses in the beginning of the year. Just remember, you don't want to do it in the overspending when the Uranus gets there. So the Mars can make you kind of cut back on your spending for a little bit when it's, just what you've been dealing with the last few weeks and the start of the year. But go get that raise and promotion. You deserve it. All right? You tell him Eric from BigEAstro said, I'm a Cancer rising. I should get a promotion. You go in there January 6th, 7th, and 8th and just speak your truth and get it done, son. All right, hun, I'm number one. Happy New Year. And I hope you have an amazing 2025 Cancer the Crab Insights and Predictions. BigEAstrology.com. Coffee Talk and Sales, Eric at BigEAstrology.com. The love chart's still rocking, only $33 to December 31st. Happy New Year. Cancer 2025. Peace.